for someone who have run a processing factory in Nigeria, what I'm about to share with you might not be new. You need to watch this video from as you're starting now to the end. Why? Because I want to share with you my personal story, the experience I had operating a 30 tons rice processing factory in Benue State, Makurdi, Nigeria to be precise, right? The challenges I face. Now, these challenges I faced, there were many challenges I faced, but today I want us to look at the challenges I face with the bodies that government have put in place to monitor processing. So when you want to invest in processing, these people you're going to confront. Now you need certification from many of them for you to be able to run a processing factory, especially when you start packaging, when you want to brand your product. It's a law, you don't have to jump it, right? So I'm not shooting this video to tell you how you can cheat, how you can jump. No, I want to explain to you what you need to do and then how to avoid challenges or mistakes that will make you to lose money like I did, right? So one of the bodies I want to share with us is SON, Standard Organization of Nigeria. I want to share with you the encounter I have with them and the experience I got so that it will guide you as a beginner. Now, when I started rice processing business in 2019, 2020, I wanted to package my brand with my name, right? So, you know, of course, when you're going into business and you package with your brand, it will help differentiate your product in the marketplace. So when people call me, what is the name of your rice? I can tell them Denko rice, or I can tell them Billionaire Farmer rice. So that was the goal. So I set up to say, okay, how can I get this certification in such a way that I will have my own brand? So I started making research on this. And I reached out to someone who owned a rice processing factory in Makurdi. And I told him my goal, that I want to own this brand. I want to have everything, but I don't have the money to build my factory because, of course, before SON or NAFDAC or any other body will give you their number, you need to have a processing plant, because these are the things that they will check. They will come to your processing plant, do a check, and see what you're doing. And then when they see your environment, because their goal is to make sure you don't sell substandard product or product that are not too good, harmful product, right? So it is their responsibility to make sure everything that is coming to the market is clean. So I wanted to get that number, but I don't have the money to build the factory. So how was I able to get the NAFDAC number, get a SON certification, get all the trademark and every other thing that I did? I want to share with you. So when I met this man with a rice processing factory, I told him, he said, okay, that one is not a problem. I can partner with him. So we call this a milling agreement, right? It is legal. I'm not sure there is a law against it. So this is how it works. I have the rice. I want to build my own brand with my logo, my name, and everything on it. But I don't have the factory. Setting up a factory is not a day. It's not small money in Nigeria, even as at that time. Talk less of now. So when I met this man, he connected me with a consultant. So what the consultant did for me was to help me get my NAFDAC certification. So how was this done? The NAFDAC officials came to the factory, watch everything, and I explained to them that, okay, my company, Denko Farms Limited, is going into contract milling with this company. So what are we doing? The agreement is that they are the one milling our rice. We bring paddy, they do the milling for us, do the packaging for us, which our job is to sell. And if I watch my previous video that I've made on setting up a 30 tons rice processing factory, I explained to you in details how I was able to start my own rice factory, right? And that was how I started, and I was able to get all the numbers, all the certifications that I needed from the government. It was not an illegal thing. I paid money, registered everything, and they gave me the NAFDAC number. So when the NAFDAC number came out, my brand was now big. Now when I'm speaking to people who I wanted to buy my product, I will let them know that okay, the person you're dealing with is supplying to you quality rice, no stone, no chaff, properly washed, and I am certified by NAFDAC. I have my SON number, I have my trademark. So all this thing, all the document will be like, it will give me an edge against someone who is just starting, who does not have all those certification. So it was a big flex for me. So when I got all these things, I was still running the rice processing business with this factory. So I didn't have my own factory yet. So all I would do is I'll go to the market, buy rice from these people, bring it to his factory. He will run the processing for me and everything, and then I pay. So I did that for some time. I was saving money to also set up my own factory. So when I set up my own factory, it was now time for me to go to NAFDAC office, right? And then let them know. So when I started, I didn't know about SON, so I didn't get SON number, right? So I want to put it very clear. I didn't start with SON number. I started with NAFDAC number. So I used the NAFDAC number for my bags, and my rice was moving fine. I had a good marketing point there, right? So when I built my factory, when I was able to raise money, I've also explained how I raised my money too. When I raised my money to set up that rice processing factory, it was inside a very deep village. Let me say outskirts of Makurdi. For many people who have gone to my factory, you know, I was the person that brought development to that community. I did a road. I constructed the first street in that community to my farm. Of course, government have marked the place, layout and everything, but nobody was doing anything there. So when I went there, I saw that okay, since this place is a kind of isolated, I can get this land because I'm going into processing. The noise will affect people. So since it's outskirts of the town, and I was also doing layers, bears, so you know how they can also kind of cause a bad odor in a community. So that place was suitable for my kind of business. So I bought the land. Now when I bought this land, there was no road there. I had to pay money. I invested more than 3 million naira to construct road to that place. I know as if the road was standard, right? But I spent a lot of money. I have to settle people that were on that road. There were many people on that road. I have to pay money, pay boys, bought a lot of stones, sand, and many other things to construct the road that will links to my farm. So when I did the road, of course, development opened up. People started coming to the area, buying land. You know, land even the price even increased, right? So I brought development to that community. Till today, my factory is being used as a beacon to describe that area for anybody that wants to come there for the first time. So that is not what I'm saying. But when I moved to my personal factory, the NAFDAC officials were now okay. I was doing partnership with this man, but I've moved to my own personal facilities. So this is what we are doing. So on a normal day, they can go to my factory. Okay, they will transfer the agreement I will have. It will make it official now that okay, Denko Fans is now producing his own rice himself. Before, it was processed and packaged by another company, but now the write-up on my bag will change to process and package by Denko Fans Limited, right? So that was the step I needed to do. Now when I done that and we are doing business, making money, and then challenges started coming. Flood came, we couldn't access the premises, everything was very difficult for me. My debt profile keep increasing. People were calling me scammer, calling me all sorts of things because I needed to pay them, right? So I couldn't pay. Now because I knew, my confidence was that okay, this factory that I have, I'll be able to run this factory and pay this money. Like I've said before, my monthly target on that factory was 20 million plus. So I was not just doing a business I didn't understand. I understand the business to the latter. Till today, when it comes to rice business, it's in my brain. I know rice to the latter. So I was not guessing on this aspect. So when we moved to this place, it was inside a village. So after some time, when we did like 3 to 4 production, I didn't know how soon how they knew that a rice processing factory was there. They traced me to that place. So when they came, I was happy. My manager called that okay, the first day they came, I think I was not on site. So they came there, spoke with my manager, and then we fixed a date where they will come. I'll be in the farm. So when they came, I went to the farm, met them. at the factory. We sat to the factory and then we are speaking. I say, okay, I'm surprised that they are here, right? They say yes. I say, who even directed them? Because there is no road. They are government officials. They are the ones supposed to provide road for me. They did not. How did they manage to come here with their big kilos after I've done my road, right? So we spoke and we have the good conversation, right? They told me what I need to do, how much I need to pay for me to get the son number and everything. I said, okay, no problem. Then as at this time I didn't have money. So how I was able to start getting money was that I was processing rice for other people. I had the facilities. I've invested all the money in facilities and I've used the remaining money I have to settle debts that were coming to kill me. People were threatening, will destroy you, destroy your family. So I have to use my working capital out of fear to settle some people, and some people bring a let me say reason that if you're not careful, you will know that yes, some persons were being thrown out. People that invested their house rent with my company, people that invested money supposed to use for maybe hospital bill and other personal things. So when they share this kind of important needs to me, I had to just pay them the money I was saving to use as working capital. That was how bad it was, and I've explained that. So I didn't have money. So the only way that I could make money that time was to open up my factory for other people. Just like the way I started my own brand, right? I didn't have the factory. I was using another person's factory to produce. So I opened up my factory. I called some of the other people that I was working with. I said, okay, guys, you can bring your rice to my factory. We'll process for you. You just pay a certain amount per ton. So many people started coming. People started bringing their rice for me to process for them. Now, one of the consultants, that is the guy that helped me to get my NAFDAC number, my son number and everything, he referred me to another person who was into rice. But this guy, his facility was not big. He was just starting. My own was the biggest. Apart from one of the rice mill here in Benue State, my own was the biggest as at that time. So this guy collected the contract for one of the big food brand in Nigeria. I don't want to call their name. They're into tomato, sachet tomato and tin tomato. So they gave him a contract because they were doing promo. Remember, this was December season. So they were doing promo where they will share their tomato product together with a 5 kg bag of rice or 50 kg, 25 kg, like that. So when that guy got the contract, he couldn't do it because his facilities were not ready yet, and they can't even meet up the demand. It was a big contract. So he now referred the guy to me. So the guy brought their rice. I started doing for them. So we did the first batch. They left. Now the same person, because he was close to me and he was willing to help me so that I would get out of the debt and all those things. So he now referred another set of guys to me. Now this guy, when they came to my factory, they brought their branded bags. This is where the whole challenge starts. I want you to pay careful attention now. They brought their branded bags. So when they brought their bags, my job was to process their rice for them, package for them. I think they even parboil the rice and dry it. My own was just to mill. So it was like almost 10 to 15 truck of rice that I was to do for these guys. So they brought the first truck. We started doing the work. We did the first truck moved. Then the second, they brought extra 2 trucks that was to process. Now during the time of processing, the Sun people came back. You know, the first time they came for my own company, I borrowed the money. Let me just be frank. I borrowed the money. I think it was around 150,000 or 250,000. I can't remember. But I borrowed the money to pay for the son number and everything. So my own company, Denko Fans, our brand, we had their number. Now, when this other guy came, he now came and signed an agreement with me. He was milling under my company. So, but one thing I noticed was that on his back, there was son number on the back. So when I saw the son number, I was like, okay, this guy too has a son number. So I was telling him that he need to get NAFDAC number. I didn't know how he was able to get the son number written on his back. And I will not be able to identify what kind of number was it because it was written there. So we started doing production for this guy, did the first truck, then the second one. Then on that day, we packaged, I can remember it was 165 bags or so. We packaged the 165 bag and kept in the factory. So I left. My manager and my supervisor, they were there. I left. I went home. So now after some people came and they saw the rice, So when they saw the rice, they say, "Who is the owner of this brand of rice?" So my manager called. He said, "I'm the only person that can answer that." So I told them that, okay, yes, this is someone that was referred to me. He came so that we process his rice for them. We have an agreement with them to process their rice for them. We charge them to process. So they took one of the bag. They say, "This number on this bag is fake. This is not their real son number. So why am I packaging rice for someone who have fake son number?" I say, "Okay, I'm sorry for that." The first. Then secondly, I am not, that is not my field, right? So I'll not be able to identify fake son number and the original son number. So I'm sorry for that. But the guy that bring this rice, I will call him to come so that he can come to their office and see them. They say, "Okay, he must come to their office." I say, "No problem." Now, this guy came. No, I even called him on phone because by then he was according to what he told me, he was supplying the rice to Port Harcourt, one of the military barrack there in Port Harcourt. That was where he was supplying his rice. So I will just process for him, he will supply to them. So I called him on phone. I say, "Boss, we have some people here from the government, Standard Organization of Nigeria, son. They are here and they complain about this your number that is not legit, that is fake number. So you should come and see them." So I want you to go there because what is there is that they want you to get the right number. So just go there, do what they need to do, settle with them so that we can proceed with your production. He said, "Okay." He will not go. No, he told me first he will go. So it was 1 week he did not attend to these people. Second week he did not. I called again. He said he's coming. Meanwhile, his rice was still in my factory. So some people told me that the rice should not be moved, right? If that man should come, they must come to his office. He must come to their office and see them and see their oga before they will be able to release their rice for them. Initially, they said they want to shut down my factory. I said, "No, you can't shut down this factory because I have my number with you guys. So anybody that is processing rice under me, that I'm processing rice under the person is using my own facility to produce, my documentation that I have cover the person. The person is basically not doing anything. So if you're arresting this man because he didn't have the number he have is not the original number, that shouldn't affect my factory. I'm not aware. So if I know, I will not accept or allow him to use it in my factory. I'm aware of that. But I'm not in the position to know that." So we spoke, and then they left. So one day I was not around. I think on that day I will travel to Abuja to do supply to one of my Facebook friend. I went to his place to supply rice. The pastor, I went to their church to deliver rice to them with my driver. So my factory supervisor was not aware that son have warned that these guys should not carry their rice until they see them. Even though I begged, they say no, he must see them. And you know how our system work. It's not like see them, maybe just do the right thing, give him his number or something, anything they need to do. So he did not go. So when this guy came, he told me that he will not pay these people anything, that he's supplying the rice to soldiers. They can even speak to them. He gave their oga his number. The oga spoke with them so they can carry their rice. This was then reporting to my factory supervisor. They told him that their boss, that is the military oga in Rivers State, has spoken to the Sun office in Benue State, and the Sun office have given them the go ahead to come and carry their rice. So my staff too saw that, okay, since it's like that, they opened the factory, he loaded his rice and moved. So the next day, Sun came to my factory and locked my factory up. Yes, they came, lock it up with their key. So I called them. I said, no, this one that people are doing now is oppression. People are oppressing me. Because even that day I told you guys that I'm the one doing this rice for this guy. Now he has a fake number I didn't stop you people from going to pick him up. And minus that, he even he went to their office, according to what he told me. And they also accepted that yes, the guy came to their office. He went to their office, right? Spoke with them. I think they told him to pay certain amount of money, and he did not pay. And then he came and picked his rice. So what people are doing now is, I don't have money. If I had money, I would have paid for him. It's because I don't have money that I've opened my facility to this guy to come and use to produce rice. If I have the money, I will not even have time to do his work for him. That was how they locked my factory. Now, why I'm sharing this is because when they locked that factory, I was not able to produce rice because I didn't have the money they were demanding that I should go and pay on behalf of that guy. I didn't have, or I should refund, I should bring back the guy. Meanwhile, the person have loaded his rice and he told me the people that he's supplying to, I can't even go, I don't even know where they are. I don't even know the name of the barrack. So I can't even say I'll go and force him. I used to call him on phone, he will not answer me. I'll call, he will not answer me. I have to stop. I will use different phones. Once I call and he notices it's me, he will just end the call. So I went back, I begged them. I went there with my lawyer. Who's, you know how they used to do, they say first we have to drop our phone. So we couldn't get to their office with our phone. I was in there. we dropped our phone. They told my lawyer that he cannot come inside with me, that I'm the only person that can go inside. So my lawyer sat at their receptionist, went to their boss office. I explained everything to him, told him everything. It was not intentional. I didn't maybe collaborate with this man to get fake number. I didn't even know where he printed his bag, that the bag is coming with their number. So it was not like a planned issue. I don't know this guy from anywhere. It's because I'm desperate. I'm looking for money to be able to settle my debt that I even accepted him. The money he's paying me is not even worth it. But because I don't want my facilities to be tied down, I accepted to allow him use my facilities. Because machines, if I know, this is me explaining to this man. And I was expecting that, okay, he would he's a matured man, older than my father. So I was expecting that he can look at me and say, okay, based on this, you can do this, They say no way that me I must settle for that man. I said, the man he will not come back to my factory again. So if I pay money for his number, what will I use the number to do? Their oga kpatakpata call people have their number. Why not call them and settle this issue and allow me to open my factory? They say any day they see me open that factory, they will come and shut it down, arrest me, because the offense that was committed it has a jail term or something like that. I didn't check. So I don't have any right to open that facility. Now, this is where the thing has pained me and why I say they even killed my business. As at this time, I've already made an announcement that I can process rice for you. People started coming. And when they come and they see seed by some, because they put their sticker on my doors and double their key on my key, they locked everything, put their sticker on all my doors. So when people come and see that, boy, this place has been locked, is under a seed, and I'm trying to explain to them because I needed money to go and pay. So my own was that if anybody come to process rice with my facility, I will collect the money there. From there I will go and settle them so that they open my facilities for me. When people came and I started explaining to them, no, you don't have to worry, this one is not a big deal, they will go away, because nobody don't want to, people don't want to put their rice where it will be sealed. You can't fight government, at least not in Nigeria. Maybe other countries you can say this is your right and government will respect it, but here in Nigeria we know how it is, or let me say in Africa. So that was how the place. I try my possible best to convince people, just come, this is what I need, just give me this money, I'll go and pay them. They will say, okay, we'll get back to you. They will not come. There's one of the biggest brand in Nigeria, they come to partner with me, and because of that, it scared them. I don't want to call their name because many people already know them. They left. Now I'm making this video because I want everyone to know that when you're going into business, especially processing, make sure you get all the documentation that is needed, and then ask more questions to know if you can process for someone using your facilities. What should that person have? I think that was a mistake I made. I needed to know, okay, this guy, you have his phone number, how can I identify that this one is fake? It's your responsibility. That is how this country is. You have to be able to know this NAFDAC number is fake. this barcode is not original, this product is fake, because we're supposed to have bodies that do that, or let me say we even have them, but maybe they are not doing their work yet. So I didn't know, but they told me they don't care. I have to settle last, right, before my facilities were open up for me. So when the place was open, I came back, started doing my business. It was hard for me to even convince people that okay, come. Now I lost this first guy that brought a fake son number. His contract was big. It's like he was supplying the rice to not just one barrack, but different other barracks within Nigeria. And he was like a savior to me, because as at this time I was praying that this is where I can use to process my rice and be able to start paying people, start settling my debt. But everything was shut down. So if you're going into this business of processing, get your NAFDAC number. Know everything you need to know about that number. Everything. How to identify the fake one, how to know the original one is your work. Then when you're getting your son number, know how to identify another fake son number, so another person will not carry his own trouble and come and dump on you. In Nigeria, nobody will say okay because you didn't know. No, I paid for what I did not know, which I have to borrow that money to pay. I'm saying the truth and I lie not. I have my many people to testify to this. I had to pay. It was very painful. The money that I would have used to process rice, and then they chase away my customers. And I think this one would have even been settled very easily. But at the end of the day, we settle and we start. So just like I've said, don't just go into rice processing or any processing that you want to do. Know all the certification that you need to know. Get all the details that you need to know about them. Pay their money. Do your processing plan. And I also want to say it, maybe I know they will not get to hear it, but most of the government organization we have, people like Son, NAFDAC, other people, they should help us too, right? They should help us and be able to chase all those things so that it will not affect other small business owners. The thing affected me greatly. I will not be able to tell you how much I lost because of that seal on my gate. I couldn't raise that money for weeks. So the seal was there. People will just come. And we have 1 truck, we have 3 truck, we have 7 truck. They will see seal. Then I'll start trying to explain to them that it's not like it's seed. No, it doesn't make sense to anyone. I will not be able to speak. Me that know how to speak very well, I'll be trying to explain something that is not there. So they should help us as a small business owner. They should help us instead of trying to discourage us, right? I know that there is no ignorance in the face of law, but we also temper justice with mercy. So when you see a small business owner who have done mistake, maybe not intentional, you advise and show the person the right way. Till today, they didn't show me how to identify fake son number from the original one. I don't know. Even that number, I don't know how to identify the fake one from original one. So these are the kind of education that these bodies need to do to be able to help us beginners, so that we can know what we are doing, so that it will not be like we intentionally break the law. They should help us to learn, help to teach us to know these things. So thank you so much for watching this video. And I want to advise, don't be afraid of them. NAFDAC people, they are very good people. I have a good number of them that are my friends. At least the ones in my country, I know some of them there. They are very good. Many times we fear that if you go there, their money is too much. It's not too much. Sometimes the agent you contact to help you and get NAFDAC number, they are the one putting all those price. You can go to their office. I think now you can even register by yourself online if you can. You can do it yourself. So go to their office, explain what you're going into, so that they will tell you the things that you need to do to avoid problem. Don't just start and say okay, go there now that you have the idea. I want to go into rice processing, or I want to go into garri processing. I want to have that number. What can I do? If their office is close to you, walk there. Let them be the one to explain these things to you, so you don't make mistakes. Because when you make mistakes, they don't care. They will not pity you. I didn't receive pity. I paid heavily for the foolishness. So don't be like me. Take the right step. Protect your investment carefully. Thank you for staying connected. Subscribe to this channel. Share this video. I remain Denison, your billionaire farmer.